Hi guys, and welcome back on my channel. My name is 𝗏𝗏 and I wanna make a video today and to share with you in this video many ways that we can stop wasting money by throwing away food, and in this way we will stop wasting food too. If we learn to store properly our vegetables and fruits, they will last much longer, and this is how we can prevent wasting food and money. I'm gonna start by telling you that if you buy potatoes, and if you're the type of person who keeps potatoes in the same place with onion, this is the first thing that you need to do. You need to keep them separate. So instead of me keeping my potatoes on a bowl and just like having them in my way all the time, what I do is I have a big empty carton box and I dump my potatoes there, and keeps them dry, prevents them from spoiling too fast, and it's just the potatoes there. And this is how I keep my potatoes healthy for a long time. Let's talk about onion. We have shallots here that usually come in a package just like this one here, or onion, yellow one or the red one. They all come in a bag just like this. So what you need to do first is just take them out, and also what you will need, it's a lot of paper bags. Go to Dollar Tree, buy this for $1. It has 40 bags in it, and it's a very good deal. Another thing that you will need is a punter, a paper punter. And unfortunately, these were the only size that the store had for paper bags, so I had to make it work. What I like to do is I take the paper bag, I fold it in half, and then I punch some holes in it. I do this so it will work fast on the both sides. When you're done, it's gonna look just like this. Open it up and just put your shallots in here, one by one. And we're gonna do the same with the onion. We're gonna take a different bag and we're gonna punch some holes in it, and we're gonna put there our onion. And write on a bag, shallots. This is how you will know what you have in here without having to unwrap it all, and use it every time you need. Garlic, keep it away from onion, keep it away from potatoes, and definitely as soon as you get home, rip this apart, rip the bag apart, take the garlic out, and we're gonna do the same thing that we did for shallots. We're gonna punch holes in this paper bag and we're gonna put the garlic there. I found at some point some sort of like tiny bugs that were inside my garlic. I read about it, I saw that this is something very normal, but to prevent bugs forming again, this is how I store it. This is one way that it will help me have a lot of garlic good for a long time, and this is another way that I have garlic always in handy for a very long time. So practically this is what's left. I have the garlic already peeled and stored in a container that I keep in fridge. Whenever I cook, I like to use a lot of grinded ginger, a lot of grinded garlic. So in order for me to cook fast, because I don't like to cook, so I'm trying to get rid of everything that I have to do and do it fast, I have to have everything handy. And I don't want, the last thing that I want is to start peeling some garlic. So every single time that I'm in the mood to peel the garlic, I make sure that I have this container full. But if I'm gonna keep it at room temperature, it's gonna go bad fast, or it's gonna start growing sprouts, and I don't want that either. So I just put it in the fridge, and this is how I have fresh garlic handy, ready to use very fast every single time that I need it. Now guess how I keep my mushrooms healthy for a long time? Well, yeah, you guessed right. In a paper bag that I punched holes in it. This keeps the moist away from them, because I noticed that if I will keep the mushrooms in the same container that I bought them, and if I don't use them the next day, then they get slimy and I have to throw them away. So if I'm gonna store them like this, they get to breathe thanks to the punch holes. They have a dark place to stay in, just as recommended for mushrooms, and they don't spoil that fast. Let's talk about how I store lemons. I used to keep lemons in a nice bowl on the counter. I'm not gonna say they were spoiling fast because everybody in my family are big fans of lemons. We drink lots of water with lemon and practically lemon in a lot of things. They were still, if I wasn't using them fast enough, or if I was buying a big amount of lemons and, you know, they did have time to go bad fast, and they were shrinking and the peel was like really hard and not good to use anymore. I couldn't shred it, I couldn't do anything with them, so I had to toss them away. Instead of me wasting food, I discovered that if I will keep the lemons in a paper bag in the drawer of my fridge, they will last a lot longer. Now, with lemons, it's up to you if you want to punch some holes or not, but because I had a lot of lemons, I wanted for the bag to be sturdy, and I was like, well, some punching it is gonna weaken the bag, and I just skip that step. So what I'm gonna do is I make the bag like this and I put it in the drawer of my fridge, and I have at least a month. These lemons will be just like new. This is what I have in the fridge and it looks weird. My husband is like, do I want to pick up the bag and check and see what's in it? I'm like, no, you don't, because it's nothing that may interest you. Let me show you something first. You see the water? I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it through the lens, but the water inside the bag is right here and here, and this is a good thing. This is something that I want. Now let me take the bag out and show you my greens. Okay, I have a pot because I bought like parsley, a lot of parsley, and I have dill and I have cilantro right here, and I put them all in a pot with water. I'm gonna pick up this and you will be able to see the water inside. So make sure you have enough water so the stems are in the water all the time. If it's necessary, just pour more water. I would advise you to change the water every 2 days. This is how you'll keep your greens greener and healthier for a very long time in the fridge. Maybe some of you will think that I don't want to keep a pot with herbs and a bag on top of everything in my fridge. Trust me, I experimented to see if I can dump the bag, and I kept my herbs in a pot just like this, filled with water, and I changed the water every 2 days, but they don't last. After 3 days, they were fading away and I could see them dying. In case that you don't want to consume them fresh, just like that, then you can take, I would say, the dill, wash it, and then chop it. Chop it, put it in a bag, and dump it in the freezer. This is another way that you can store your herbs, but they will not taste the same, because I'm telling you, when you use herbs, when you cook, or you put them in a salad, they taste better than if you're gonna just put them in the freezer. Celery and carrots, this is how I store mine, and I have them fresh for a long time. I keep this in my fridge and I change the water every 2 days. And as soon as I get home, I make sure that I wash them, and then I cut them in whatever the size I want, and I choose to be this size because they're easier to hold for my 5-year-old too. We enjoy this as it is, or dipped in hummus. It's perfect, but also it's ready to use whenever I wanted to use it in a cooked meal. All I have to do is just take it, chop it really fast, and boom, that's it. This is what I have left after I washed it, and I'm not gonna throw them away. What I have is, I have a bag in my fridge, in my freezer actually, and let me show it to you. This is the bag with scraps that I keep in my freezer. I have celery, potato peel, onion, garlic, whatever I used to cook in the past 2 days. I have the scraps right here. I'm gonna add what I have now on the table, and I'm gonna make my own vegetable stock. I will add on top of everything, I will add some spices. If you're interested to know my recipe for vegetable stock, homemade and healthy, leave me a comment below. I'm gonna be happy to make a video to show you what I do with it. When it comes to tomatoes, you have to keep this on room temperature. You have to keep them outside the fridge. I used to keep them in the fridge, but they taste different. They taste much better if you just keep them on the counter at room temperature. I don't know, for some reason they are more fresh and you can actually feel the taste of tomato. Instead, if I notice that if I will keep them in the fridge, they're just cold. They last, okay, and no complaints about that because we eat them fast. But they taste much better if I just keep them on the counter. And also another thing is you can use them as a snack, because we eat a lot of grape tomatoes, and if I'm just gonna keep them where I can see them, every single time that I'm hungry or my son wants a snack, he comes to the kitchen, he sees them, and he just grabs a handful of them. This is a very healthy snack, and it's a good thing that you wanted to keep them where you can see them, and they last longer. When it comes to berries, like whatever you want, strawberries, blackberries, blueberries, raspberries. Right now I have here raspberries and blackberries. I noticed that these tend to fade very fast. Like if I find a very good deal like I did last time, and I bought like 4 boxes of blackberries and another 4 of raspberries. My 5-year-old loves raspberries, so he went through 2 boxes like that fast, and I'm happy about that because they're good, they're fresh, and they're healthy. But if he's not gonna finish them like in 2 days, they're gonna spoil fast. So what I do is I wash them very good, and then I take a baking sheet and I line it up with some wax paper, and I put every single blackberry or piece of fruit that I have left, and I put it in the freezer. And this is how I keep the fruits for a long time. I use them in smoothies, I use them on oatmeal in the morning. You can mix them with everything. This is how I keep my berries good for a long period of time, and not just berries. If I notice that I have pineapple or any kind of fruit that it's gonna go to waste soon, then I'm just gonna peel it and I'm gonna make it puree, and I'm dumping it in the freezer. I'm using some ice cream trays to have them the form, and they're round shape and they're big round bowls, and I keep them all in a bag, and I have different fruits in there. My 5-year-old won't eat all type of fruits, but if I'm gonna hide them in this form in the freezer and then I put them in a smoothie and blend them with something that he likes like banana or pineapple, he will eat other fruits because he has no idea what's in that smoothie. And this is a healthy way for me to make him eat whatever fruits I want. Guys, I really hope you enjoyed my video today. I hope that you were gonna try to apply these methods that I talked to you about. If you have different ways or more ways that I can store my veggies, my fruits and vegetables, please leave me a comment and let me know, and I would love to learn from you guys. If you like this video, please remember to give it a like and subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it. And until I see you guys next time, kisses!